The Akkadian Empire, established by Sargon of Akkad around 2334 BCE, marks one of the most significant milestones in human history as the first empire known to history. Spanning much of Mesopotamia, the empire unified various city-states under a centralized administration and laid the foundation for future empires in the region. This essay explores the rise of Sargon of Akkad, the empire's structure, its cultural achievements, and its lasting legacy. Rise of Sargon of Akkad. Sargon of Akkad, originally known as Sargon the Great, rose from relatively humble beginnings to establish what would become the world's first known empire. Born in the city of Atsuparanu, his ascent to power is shrouded in legend. According to Akkadian lore, Sargon was set adrift in a basket on the Euphrates River as an infant, mirroring the story of Moses in the Hebrew Bible. He was discovered and raised by Aki, a gardener of the king of Kish. Sargon's early career began in the service of Yor-Zababa, the king of Kish. However, his ambition soon led him to usurp his master's throne. With his newfound power, Sargon embarked on a series of military campaigns, conquering the Sumerian city-states and expanding his dominion. His victories over Lugal-Zagassi of Uruk and other regional powers enabled him to consolidate control over a vast territory, encompassing modern-day Iraq, Syria, and parts of Iran and Turkey. The structure of the Akkadian Empire. Sargon's empire was a complex and sophisticated political entity. Unlike previous Sumerian city-states, which operated as independent entities, the Akkadian Empire centralized authority under a single ruler. Sargon established his capital at Akkad, a city whose exact location remains unknown but is believed to have been situated near the confluence of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. The administrative structure of the Akkadian Empire included a network of provincial governors, known as Insi or Shakanaku, who were appointed by the king to oversee various regions. These governors were responsible for maintaining order, collecting taxes, and ensuring the loyalty of local populations. To further solidify his control, Sargon appointed trusted officials, often from his own family, to key positions within the administration. The Akkadian Empire also featured a standing army, which was crucial for both defense and expansion. Sargon's military innovations, including the use of composite bows and sophisticated siege techniques, enabled his forces to achieve significant victories over their adversaries. The empire's infrastructure included an extensive network of roads, which facilitated communication and the movement of troops and goods across vast distances. Cultural achievements of the Akkadian Empire. The Akkadian Empire was not only a political and military powerhouse but also a center of cultural and intellectual achievements. Sargon's reign and that of his successors witnessed significant advancements in various fields, including literature, art, architecture, and administration. 1. Language and literature. One of the most enduring legacies of the Akkadian Empire is the spread of the Akkadian language. Akkadian, a Semitic language, gradually replaced Sumerian as the lingua franca of Mesopotamia. This linguistic shift had profound implications for the region's culture and administration. The Akkadian script, a cuneiform writing system, became the standard for official documents, literary works, and inscriptions. The Akkadian literary tradition produced several notable works, including the Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest known pieces of literature. Although the epic has its origins in Sumerian mythology, it was during the Akkadian period that it was compiled and refined into the version that has survived to the present day. The epic explores themes of heroism, friendship, mortality, and the quest for eternal life, reflecting the values and beliefs of Akkadian society. 2. Art and architecture. Akkadian art and architecture reflected the empire's grandeur and the king's divine authority. The period saw the creation of impressive structures, including temples, palaces, and fortifications. One of the most famous architectural achievements of the Akkadian Empire is the ziggurat, a massive terrace structure that served as both a temple and a symbol of the king's power. Akkadian art is characterized by its realism and attention to detail. Sculptures and reliefs from this period often depict scenes of royal victories, religious rituals, and daily life. The Stele of Naram-Sin, for example, commemorates the military achievements of Sargon's grandson, Naram-Sin. The stele portrays the king as a godlike figure, trampling his enemies and ascending a mountain, a testament to the divine right of Akkadian rulers. 3. Administrative innovations. The Akkadian Empire introduced several administrative innovations that facilitated the efficient governance of a vast and diverse territory. Sargon's establishment of a centralized bureaucracy set a precedent for future empires in the region. The use of standardized weights and measures, as well as a uniform system of taxation, helped to integrate the various regions of the empire and promote economic stability. One of the most significant administrative achievements of the Akkadian period was the creation of a postal system. The empire's network of roads and communication routes enabled the swift exchange of information and directives between the capital and outlying provinces. This system allowed the king to maintain control over distant regions and respond quickly to emerging threats. 4. Religious developments. Religion played a central role in Akkadian society, with the king often portrayed as a mediator between the gods and the people. The Akkadian pantheon included both Sumerian deities and native Semitic gods, reflecting the empire's diverse cultural heritage. Sargon and his successors were often deified and worshipped alongside traditional gods, a practice that reinforced their authority and legitimacy. The Akkadian period also saw the development of new religious concepts and practices. The worship of Inanna, Ishtar, the goddess of love and war, became particularly prominent during this time. Temples dedicated to Inanna and other deities were constructed throughout the empire, serving as centers of religious and social life. The decline of the Akkadian Empire. Despite its many achievements, the Akkadian Empire faced significant challenges that eventually led to its decline. Internal strife, external invasions, and environmental factors all contributed to the empire's downfall. 1. Internal strife. The centralized nature of the Akkadian Empire made it vulnerable to internal dissent and rebellion. The death of a strong ruler often led to power struggles among rival factions, weakening the central authority. This instability was exacerbated by the vast size of the empire, which made it difficult to maintain control over distant regions. 2. External invasions. The Akkadian Empire faced constant threats from neighboring peoples, including the Gutians, a group of mountain tribes from the Zagros Mountains. The Gutians launched repeated raids into Akkadian territory, eventually capturing the capital of Akkad and bringing an end to Sargon's dynasty. The invasions disrupted the empire's administration and economy, further contributing to its decline. 3. Environmental factors. Environmental changes, such as prolonged droughts and shifts in the course of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, also played a role in the empire's decline. These changes disrupted agricultural production, leading to food shortages and economic hardship. The resulting social unrest further weakened the empire's ability to respond to external threats and internal challenges. Legacy of the Akkadian Empire. Despite its relatively short duration, the Akkadian Empire left a lasting legacy that influenced subsequent civilizations in Mesopotamia and beyond. The empire's achievements in language, literature, administration, and art set a precedent for future empires, including the Babylonians and Assyrians. 1. Linguistic legacy. The spread of the Akkadian language and script had a profound impact on the cultural and administrative development of Mesopotamia. Akkadian remained the dominant language of the region for centuries, and its cuneiform writing system continued to be used for official documents and literary works. The preservation of Akkadian texts, such as the Epic of Gilgamesh, ensured that the cultural achievements of the empire were passed down to future generations. 2. Administrative innovations. The administrative practices and innovations introduced by the Akkadian Empire served as a model for subsequent empires in the region. The use of a centralized bureaucracy, standardized weights and measures, and a postal system were all adopted and refined by later rulers. These practices helped to ensure the efficient governance of large and diverse territories, contributing to the stability and longevity of subsequent empires. 3. Artistic and architectural influence. The artistic and architectural achievements of the Akkadian Empire had a lasting influence on the cultural development of Mesopotamia. The realism and detail of Akkadian art set a standard for future artistic endeavors, while the construction of ziggurats and other monumental structures inspired subsequent architectural projects. The depiction of rulers as divine figures also influenced the portrayal of kings in later periods, reinforcing the connection between political authority and religious legitimacy. 4. Religious developments. The religious concepts and practices developed during the Akkadian period continued to shape the spiritual life of Mesopotamia. The worship of deities such as Inanna, Ishtar, remained central to the region's religious traditions, and the idea of the king as a divine mediator persisted in subsequent dynasties. The integration of Sumerian and Semitic religious elements also contributed to the rich and diverse spiritual heritage of Mesopotamia. The Akkadian Empire, established by Sargon of Akkad, represents a pivotal moment in the history of human civilization. As the world's first known empire, it laid the foundation for the political, cultural, and administrative developments that would shape the future of Mesopotamia and beyond. Sargon's military conquests, administrative innovations, and cultural achievements left an indelible mark on history, influencing countless generations and establishing a legacy that endures to this day. The Akkadian Empires.